Hello, Tidal Club. Sorry it's been a while, but here I am looking forward to finishing off week 8, which actually happened probably a month or maybe 2 or 3 ago. But I'm a bit out of practice, but let's see how we go. I thought we could talk about a strange little function called fit, which is a bit confusing, but once you get your head around it, it's a lot of fun. Let's have a look. So here it's what its type signature is. You don't have to understand this, but I thought I'd quickly go through it. It's takes 3 inputs, an integer, which is the step size, the list of things, which is the things that you're going to put in a pattern. A pattern int, this is a pattern of whole numbers, which gives the result its sort of rhythm. And then the final thing is what it gives you, which is a pattern of things, a pattern of A. That's the same A that you give it in the list, so it gives you the same type of thing that's in the list, but as a pattern. So basically what this is doing is taking values from that list, fitting them into that pattern. So you get the values from the list, the structure from the pattern, and then it gives you the result. And this step size sort of steps through that list, so you get different numbers from it each time. And I'll show you why that's good. But first of all, let's try with a step size of 0. What that means is that you always get the same numbers each cycle, counted from the start of the list. So here, this is the numbers which we're going to give the control pattern n. So this is what's going to end up being selected from the alphabet sample set. Remember that it starts at 0, so 9 will be the 10th thing, and the 10th letter of the alphabet is J. I don't actually know that, I just happen to know that because I've just run this pattern while I was practicing. So these are the letters from J to, I think, O that we're going to be playing with. I didn't start at A because the samples aren't very well edited, so that you get this strange offset with some of the letters at the start of the alphabet. I should probably fix that at some point. They were downloaded from freesound.org, but need some editing. But these particular letters sound pretty bang on. There's yeah, the onset is good. So the attack rather. So and this is the structure. So it's saying take the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. Remembering that it starts at 0 again, which is always annoying. I don't know why we put up with this, but that's what you have to do with computers for some reason. So it's just going to take the first 4 letters of first 4 numbers here, which refer to letters. This is
K L M J K L M J K L M.
So it's going J K L M and then repeating forever, which isn't very useful, but you can kind of see what it's doing. It's saying 0, start from position 0, which is this one, then 1, which is this one, then 2, then 3. That's nice and simple. It's not ever getting to this or this. You could do like if we added
J K L M J K L M O J K L M O J K L M O J.
So this is indexing. So I could also just play the first 2.
J K J.
And then I could change the order of them. So it
J L K N J L K N.
So this is sort of indexing into this list. Nice and simple. Of course, we can add more rhythm.
K M J K M J.
And so on. Which is what I'm showing here as well. So this is just adding some rhythm, using all the numbers in different order. You can use them more than once, of course, so I could have J twice. Starts getting a bit messy, but you get the idea, hopefully. So still keeping with that 0 here. I just wanted to show here that this wraps around. So if we ask for number 6, which counting from 0 is the 7th number. That doesn't quite make sense because there's only 6 things here, but what it does, it just starts counting at the start again. So 6 would actually be the same as 0, so we'll just hear J twice.
J.
7 would then be K.
K. J. K.
So that's the same as doing that.
J. K.
Okay. So what does this number 1 do? So again, let's just start with it at 0.
JKL. JKL. JKL.
So that's just picking JKL, but if we put 1 there, then each cycle it'll add 1 to the offset that it's using to pick things from this list. So the first time round it'll pick JKL, but then the next time round it'll offset by 1, so it'll start counting here and go KLM.
L M N M N O N O J O J K J K L K L M L M N M N O N O J.
Does that make sense? It's kind of still picking 3 things at a time from here. So going 0, 1, 2. But then the next time round, it'll add 1 to all of these. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and so on. It'll just keep adding 1 to these numbers until it's added 6, which means that it's back at the start again because there's 6 things in that list. So this is a way of kind of having a rhythm of indexes into here, and also having the ability to sort of gradually slide along in terms of the starting point, and eventually cycling round. So you'll hear this kind of thing in a lot of acid house things. I think you have kind of this underlying simple bass line, but it's and the rhythm stays the same, but it's gradually sort of moving along a scale or something. This is an example with the Super Mandolin synth. So here it's got a simple rhythm with a simple selection from here. It's got 5 numbers here, so a simple scale. So they don't have to go up in, so I'm going 0, 2, 7, 5, 12. So that would be like the basic simple melody. Again, I'll just keep it as 0 just so we hear it when it's not changing. That mandolin's a bit quiet, isn't it? But if I put 1 there, there we go. Maybe have a bit of a beat under there as well. Okay. And if I put a 2 here, then instead of just jumping 1 each cycle, it'll add 2 to the offsets each cycle. Okay, so see what you do with that. This is a function which I've not seen used that much, but I think it's probably got a lot to explore. Like, you don't have to apply it to selecting samples or notes. You could use it for selecting effects or even sample banks, or you could use it for feeding numbers into another function. There's a lot to explore with this quite strange little function. So it'll be interesting to see what you come up with. Okay, that'll do for now, and yeah, see you in the next video.